Hey guys, Nicolas here, back to another video, and welcome back to another installment of my underrated film review list. And today I wanted to review another underrated film, a film that is so incredibly great and yet so underrated and just not under the radar until years later it gained a cult following after its release. The movie called Saving Mr. Banks, which the movie was directed by John Lee Hancock, who was mainly known for working on his films like The Blind Side and The Founder. So, why do I love this movie? Well, before we get into that, what's this movie all about? Basically, the story is based on a true story about the making of Mary Poppins, where it focuses on the author of Mary Poppins, played by Emma Thompson. The author named P.L. Travelers, as she goes to her trip to Hollywood, where she gets visited by Disney, and later she gets to meet with the man himself, Walt Disney, played by Tom Hanks, where they are basically turning on the grease and working on a live-action adaptation of her book of Mary Poppins. While making this movie, her emotions have been reflected, and basically we have gone to flashbacks of her as a child and of her as a child with about how she views her father and some sad backstory, which I won't get into. The interesting thing is that I actually remember watching this movie as a kid, and I remember simply having a fun time with it, and I just remember having fun watching it with my dad. But then I ended up rewatching it again years later after its release, when I ended up rewatching it on Disney Plus about a week ago. So I rewatched this movie on Disney Plus, and overall it was surprisingly fun. Now sure, the Disney aesthetics could take some things away, but I believe that this movie was pretty fun. I absolutely loved it. What makes this movie really good is with the character interactions, like mainly with the interactions between P.L. Travers and Walt Disney. And Tom Hanks does a really solid job on playing his own version of Walt Disney, and overall I think that he was the perfect choice for playing Walt Disney. And Emma Thompson is also has her great performances playing P.L. Travers, but also the reflection of P.L. Travers' past was also pretty awesome, and the way about how they portrayed it is pretty good. And also with the side characters, despite that they don't have that much screen time, they do give their best performance out there, and so on and so forth. And yeah, like for example, Paul Giamatti's character, in which his character is the one I really like, where he plays like the taxi, where he plays like the driver, but you can definitely reflect on how he is, on how he, befriends with. You can tell that Paul Giamatti does a really solid job on his acting on playing the side character, the taxi driver. Despite that he didn't get enough screen time, he still gets the best performance. Out of all the people in the movie, he gets the best performance. Also, the cinematography is pretty amazing, and also I really like the fun references to other film studios like MGM and Warner Brothers, and also the sign that says Disney, which was pretty awesome. I understand that this movie was made by Disney, and sometimes it can take a little bit of weight, but it doesn't really bother me too much. And the funnest thing I really like is how the film is shot and edited very well. But also seeing the behind the scenes and seeing everything, seeing the reflection of P.L. Travers' past, seeing about how her father was a very nice guy, but slowly starts to deteriorate his joy and happiness, and later, at the end, which was pretty shocking, died. I mean, this movie will make you cry, and it will make you laugh at the moment, and so on and so forth. And yeah, the movie does a really solid job on keeping you entertained and keeping the fun and likable actors, to keep it more entertaining. You can tell that the director John Lee Hancock really cared about this character and these characters and the reflection, the past, and everything. You can tell that he does a really solid job with this, and you can tell that he cares for this movie and has a passion for this film, not just to be a Disney movie for behind the scenes and for some fans to notice, oh, this or that. No, but also to tell the true story and to tell the heart. And you can tell that he puts heart into this effort of a film. This movie overall has a fun story. It has great editing, great acting from Emma Thompson, Tom Hanks, Paul Giamatti, Jason Schwartzman, and commentary. I'm sorry, I forgot the name, but it has great performances from Emma Thompson and Tom Hanks. And overall, just you can definitely tell that the director here had something in mind. You can tell that he puts a lot of heart and effort into this film. Overall, I give Saving Mr. Banks 5 stars and a must-watch recommendation. Go see it if you haven't seen it yet, especially if you have Disney Plus. And basically, that's my review for Saving Mr. Banks. What do you guys think about it? Leave your thoughts in the comments down below. I'm Nicolas. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all in the next video.